game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Glad to have you with us at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, home to the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So FIU's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons.
Breaks into the open. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Proctor. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's McNeil. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. FIU set up with another first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. All right, guys, let's talk about Florida International. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who is very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McNeil. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Lewis. Touchdown, Florida International. A great catch and run for 6.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
7, Middle Tennessee, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Middle Tennessee State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone set.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a look here at Middle Tennessee. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll run it from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Complete on 3rd down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? Running behind that left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Makes the grab. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Number 7 in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside is 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll go right back to him. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marked it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Looking to pass, it's Proctor. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. FIU will line up to punt. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open receiver.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. It's a draw. Knocked off his feet.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David. Hauls it in on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Proctor. He'll throw it. Pulls it in, it's McNeil. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And here comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Got his man on the right. At the 45, on his way. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They'll put him in play from the 41 on first down. They go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. Let's take a minute to look at Florida International. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like, oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Doherty. At the 35, he's got room. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Doherty. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Doherty fighting off the defender. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Patterson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Fakes the grab on the left. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Dead center perfect. That'll trim the deficit to 15. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable 1st half so far in Murfreesboro. And it's been a dynamite 1st half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Proctor. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the 3rd sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
Finds his back in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On target. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Snagged in the middle. It's Burke. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Got it. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for a man. It's Proctor. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. And the punishment has been extended.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the boot, looking for his man. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to...
Intercepted for the 11th time. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here's a return from midfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Looking downfield, it's Proctor. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International. Lining up for the PAT. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jones. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national ranking. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Gets open down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Looking for a man, it's Marshall. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something pop.
He's going to throw deep right side. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Under fire. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Raider. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. And coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Middle Tennessee, 13.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, Dave. There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Moore will throw. Caught close to the marker, it's Carter. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Panthers have this offense rolling. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Carter. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Looking for the score. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. After this, it'll be a wrap. He's looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off.